Morning, Frank. Morning, Frank. How you doing today? So, this is probably arguably the toughest day of my life, my wife's life. Uh, this is Frank, our baby, our only baby, and he's terminally ill. He's 11-year-old English bulldog, and he's not feeling good at all and hasn't been for weeks now. And we just try to keep him comfortable. And it's September 27th, 2024. It's about 8 a.m. And after many, many weeks of vets and medicines and uh, doing whatever we can, and a lot of, you can see our house is, we tried to make our house vomit proof. He had a lot of trouble with vomiting. Well, there's my bed. Yeah, I moved my bed out here and slept with him for the last 2 weeks. Uh, but before I get too far into the video, in the video I just want to talk about how I'm feeling, how my wife's feeling. She's not going to be on camera, but the way I feel, she feels the same. Uh, I know many people out there who might be watching this have already been through this. But at 4 o'clock today, Frank will be free again. He'll feel good again. But before I get too deep into the video, uh, the video that I want to talk about my feelings and how I'm feeling just hours before we leave Frank, we let him go. And then I'll probably have a follow-up video. I don't know when. It might be days or weeks down the road, how I'm feeling afterwards, because I know it's going to be rough. It's been rough for the last, since we've known, so but I'm going to see if Frank will, the only thing he's been eating lately is his favorite thing is there's some yogurt. Some yogurt, yeah. Try some yogurt. Come on. There you go. Make a mess. We don't care. Yes. You like the yogurt. He completely quit eating about 10 days ago. And we can only get some yogurt down, maybe a little peanut butter, and occasionally he'll surprise us and eat a little something, but not much. Things are starting to shut down, so he's ready. But again, before I get too far into this video and talk about the feeling side of everything, I want to take 2 minutes just to introduce Frank to everyone out there. The Frank that we experienced for the last 11 years. So hopefully you stick around for at least these next 2 minutes. So there's just a little tidbit of our life with Frank. Uh, he loves these cooling pads. I don't know if you can. We have two cooling pads for him. For some reason, he runs hot. You would think a sick dog would be cold, but he runs hot. And we keep one in the refrigerator at all times, and we switch them out. And he just seems to move from one to the other. Just keeps him nice and cool. I'll show you a couple things. So here's Frank's favorite toy. We don't know why. Got two of them. Nothing but a metal dish. He loves to go out on the back patio when it's nice and not too hot. And clang bang at it, bark at it, bounce it around with his paws. He just has a lot of fun. He had a lot of fun out there doing that. We're definitely going to keep his dishes. We tried everything. Here's this table's kind of dedicated to Frank for the most part. His medicines and just everything. We tried everything. Get him to eat. Mixed pumpkin puree. I used to cook them. I was cooking them chicken and burger and salmon. Bringing it over, hand feeding him. He just wasn't having it. Let me turn the light on here. So he quit eating. Here's still got a lot of his food left. There's his proteins. I cook his own dog food in the crock pot. Just buy a certain protein, usually a chicken or beef, at the local market, and throw it in the crock pot with chopped up spinach and carrots and sweet potatoes and lentils and all kinds of things. At times, it's the only way we can get water in them is through the straw method. He's not drinking a lot right now. But anyway, if I think anything else, I'll cut into my video about my feelings. But yeah, so how are we feeling? Well, it's been pretty rough since we found out about Frank and what we were going to ultimately have to do. I don't know. My feelings have really surprised me because I just cry. I've cried more in the last 2 days than probably my whole life. We don't want any more suffering for Frank. We sat here with him last night, my wife and I, and cried because we knew this was the final night together. So one thing I'll do is leave my email down below or in the comments. I want to know how others have gone through this and how they felt, how have they held up and how they've taken it. And like I said, it's been shocking to me because I know a lot of people think it's just a pet, it's just a dog, but I don't understand it. There's a special bond, special friendship that you just can't get with friends and family. And it maybe sounds awful. I don't mean that, because I dearly love my friends and my family. I'm lucky to have my mom and dad still with us at 86 years old, and they're doing good. My mom came over yesterday to say her goodbyes to Frank. My sister brought her over. And Frank perked up and was happy for a few minutes. But yeah, I don't understand this bond that you get with somebody like Frank versus family or friends. It's just different. And again, I don't mean I love Frank much more than family or friends. It's just a different. I can't explain it. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. But yeah, I never thought. I knew this day would come sooner or later. Bulldogs, English bulldogs have a lifespan of only about 8 to 10 years, they say, and we got 11 out of Frank. So we were one of the lucky ones, I guess. But yeah, the feelings are rough. I don't know what I'll feel afterwards, if there'll be regret, if there'll be, I don't know. I'll probably do, like I said, I'll probably do a follow-up video and go from there. But yeah, right now, leading up to this day, it's been lack of sleep, crying. I mean, crying right out of the blue. It just hits you. And but there's also a comfort to it because we know Frank's not happy. We know he's not living the life that he wants to live. We know he's not feeling great, so there's going to be a comfort in letting him go. So I hope this video may help someone else know that they're not alone. And we know we're not alone. This goes on every day, tens of thousands of times a day, probably across the world. And it's rough. I don't look forward to the coming days. I look forward to setting Frank free and having him feel great again. That's what I look forward to. It's only about 7 hours away. Uh, I don't know what else I want to say, but if I have more to say, I'll say it in my next video. And no, I won't be videotaping the actual procedure. I know some people do, and that's to each his own. But I just can't do it. One experiencing it one time will be enough for us. So say goodbye to Frank. We love you so much, and we'll never forget you. And thanks for watching, and please send me an email if you're going through the same thing, or comments below, or if you've been through it, or will be going through it at some point. If you have a pet that you love like we love Frank, it's inevitable. See you in the next video.